Hello everybody, welcome back to Tavian's World of Reptiles. I hope you guys are all healthy and happy and taking care of yourselves. Today we are joined by Toph, my Brazilian rainbow boa. She's looking really good. I want to talk to you guys about a question that if you have been keeping snakes for any period of time, then you will probably have been asked this question. Aren't you worried that your snakes are going to attack you? Every time I'm asked this question, I chuckle a little bit because I'm like, well, like come out of nowhere and just like chase me down, attack me? What do you mean, attack me? And most of the time, people are thinking exactly that. They are thinking that my snakes are going to come out of their way to attack me. And I wanted to address that question. So, to address that, I really wanted to start talking mostly about snakes in the wild because this is what people are thinking about when they are thinking about snakes that attack. It's usually in the wild where they come across a snake that's usually pretty aggressive and they're immediately thinking that the snake is trying to attack them. So say you are in the wilderness, you're going for a hike and you're walking down this nice wilderness path and it's you or maybe a group of people and you're just being loud, doing your old normal human thing. Suddenly somebody stops and everybody's freaked out because there's a snake right there. And of course you're seeing this snake and it's all coiled back, it's looking like it's getting ready to strike you. If it's a rattler snake, it's probably wiggling that tail and rattling and it's just looking mean. I can assure you that while you were walking through that path, that snake did not just hear you coming and wait for you to arrive and then pop up to scare you, okay? What happened there is that while you were doing your human thing, going through this wilderness environment, not really probably paying attention much, what just happened is that you, without thinking, have just wandered into this snake's home. And what happens if you're relaxing in your home, you're taking a nap, and you're chilling out, and some stranger just walks into your home? You don't know anything about this person. You don't know if they're friendly. You don't know if they're a danger. Your immediate response is to go on defense. That's exactly what's happening with a snake in the wild. What's happening is this snake has just been chilling and all of a sudden this very large being has just come stomping through its home and it's just got freaked out. You did not see that it was there and you've come really close to it, and now the snake is putting on all sorts of signs to let you know that you are far too close and you need to back up. A snake does not come out of its way to attack you. Snakes usually just generally like to be left alone when they're in the wild. So the best thing for you to do if you come across a snake in the wild is to just back up and go around the snake, giving it as much space as possible. If a snake is coming towards you in the wild, then the snake was already headed in that direction, and what you've just done is you've cut off its path, and now it's in this defensive space because it wants to continue to go the direction it was going, but right now you are in between it and its destination, and so now it's being defensive, letting you know that you need to keep it moving or it's going to bite you. So no, do I worry about my snakes just all of a sudden deciding to attack me? No, I am not. Especially not with my snakes because my snakes are captive snakes. They've been handled regularly, daily, for a very long time. And so they've gotten really used to my presence. Does this mean that they're not allowed to have bad days? Absolutely not. They're allowed to have days where they just don't want to be bothered. And if I end up getting bit, it's because I wasn't paying attention to the body language that they were putting out, letting me know that today is not the day for them. Now, sometimes there are situations where we have to handle our snakes whether they want it or not. Like if they have to take medicine or you need to do a routine check on them to make sure that their health is doing okay and they're just not having a really good day and they don't want to be bothered. But it's absolutely something that has to happen. Now, you might get some strikes in that situation. That does not mean that your snake is no longer a good, well-behaved snake. It just means that you just pissed the snake off and it just is irritated and is now letting you know that it's fed up and it has no other choice. Snakes don't want to bite. Biting is really usually their last resort. They'll try to give you all sorts of hints beforehand to let you know that I'm going to bite you if you don't stop. Things like rattlers, for instance, they will have rattlers, obviously, and they'll rattle those things around, and that's their first sign that you're too close, I'm getting freaked out, you need to back up. Snakes that don't have rattlers probably curl up into an S shape or into a ball or something, or they may hiss at you, and those are very clear and physical signs to let you know I am not comfortable, please back up. And if you don't do it then and you get bit, then the fault is your own because the snake gave you all the clues it could to let you know that it was not feeling safe and needed you to back up and leave it alone. Snakes are not aggressive creatures. I hate when people use the word aggressive when it comes to talking about snakes. Snakes are defensive. They're small. Even the largest snakes are small compared to us. And so our big blobs of heat are usually just things that are scaring them. And they're not meaning to come out of their way to attack you. The fact of the matter is they're just trying to defend themselves because that is the only way they can. They don't have hands. They don't have feet. So the only way that they can protect themselves is with their mouth. So I hope this video was helpful to somebody. I hope that I was able to address that question as clearly as I possibly can. Now this is just my own personal outlook on it. There are others who are going to tell you other things. But most of the time people who keep snakes also can agree that snakes are not aggressive creatures. They're not going to go out of their way to attack you. If they're biting at you, it's because they feel that is their very last resort and that they have no other choice. So you guys take care, keep loving yourselves, keep loving your reptiles, keep loving your loved ones, and you guys keep spreading those herbs.